Hello, friends. A warm welcome to all of you in our next episode, Real Talk with Raman. In this episode, I have a special guest with me. This special guest is bringing you a lot of wonderful information about a unique concept of the real estate industry. So let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Tomar, who is Director of Franchise Operations for SaveMax. Kamal, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks, Raman, for a wonderful introduction.
Kamal, first of all, thank you very much for joining for today's podcast. Kamal, let's share some thought process with viewers. What is this franchisee concept? What is a franchisee actually?
If I have to deep dive in the history, I can't say how many years old the model is, but what I understand from franchisee is basically a win-win situation for two entrepreneurs, or I would say two entrepreneur mindset, where both of them try to grow, and one is maybe you can say showing a way or path to the other franchisee, and he is following the vision of a bigger entrepreneur. In the long run, they both win.
I really like one statement which you said, like it's a win-win situation. And I think this is what is the real entrepreneurship, where you create a situation. It's a win for you and it's a win for others. Isn't that beautiful?
Definitely, yeah. I believe that's one of a part of a longer vision,
right,
which successful entrepreneurs carry.
Kamal, tell me about SaveMax franchising model.
I would say it's a very unique business model, which is in existence from last almost 2 years now. And after doing a lot of study and research from the industry, we could make out that industry is lacking some creativity, some innovation. That's where SaveMax pitched in and say, hey, we have something new, a unique concept. It is going to be for the masses, not for maybe niche segment. This model came in existence, as I said, around 2 years back, where the entrepreneurs, or I would say the micro entrepreneurs, they can see themselves growing with the bigger brand. It has more value proposition, wherein hassles of the business were taken care by the franchisor, and the franchisee is only focusing on the business development part of it.
Let me take myself back 10 or 11 years before, when we were actually planning to launch SaveMax. I know the kind of inhibitions we have in our mind, the challenges we were facing, and I've gone through that journey. So I could feel the pain. There were many realtors who actually had that entrepreneurial mindset, but they were scared of a couple of things. First thing, who is going to manage the front office and back office? Second thing, how the RICO compliances is going to be handled. And the third and most important thing, how the trust account, which is a bigger responsibility, is going to be managed. Because those were the same questions which I had. When this franchising model was being designed, these things were on top of our mind. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity for every single individual in the real estate industry to take an advantage and benefit of it. But before this, Kamal, this franchisee thing, this brokerage thing was kept for elite class. That you need at least $500,000 in your pocket if you want to think of opening up a brokerage. So tell me about the cost part of it. How SaveMax franchisee model is a cost-effective solution for these micro entrepreneurs.
In SaveMax, we started creating the economies of scale. That comes from, say, the admin cost, marketing cost, training cost. So we bundled it up. We said okay, if the people are joining hands with us to be a part of a bigger vision, we should give them something which adds to their bottom line, to their net profit. When we were doing research, we could make out that these contribute to almost to 40 to 50% of the cost for any franchisee business. So we took over the cost. We said, hey, don't worry, you just focus on the business side of the things. We will take care of the cost for you. And the moment we did it, it did wonders. Now the people, when they joined hands, they could have their break even in the first year, and which was remarkable, which is not very common in the franchisee business. If you talk about any big brands, we talk about 2 to 3 years of break even. Here we are talking about the first year in the break even. So I mean that really worked well. That is one of the most attractive feature for our business model.
Kamal, you talked about break even for 2 to 3 years. You talked about like the cost. I think these are two very important factors when somebody thinks of starting a business. So in a normal franchisee, the cost could be like as high as 3 to 400,000.
True.
The break even can be like 3 to 4 years. What about SaveMax? Like, so if I'm looking for the cost to start with, what's the number which you can give me?
I would say, to startup cost for this business is between 50 to 60,000. Break even, of course, we always talk about anything happening before 15 months. In many of the cases, it has been even 8 to 9 months.
Wow.
On an averaging out, we say first year is a good time where you can have a break even happening.
That's really great, and I'm pretty sure like all our viewers will be excited onto this. Now tell me about the time commitment, very, very important, because if I am thinking of doing a business, I need to know what is my time commitment on the business.
I would answer this in two ways, because we have two business models, and now both of these models have a different time commitment, I would say. Mm-hmm. Starting from one wherein you are talking about maybe which is a traditional model, you are getting more into operation side of the things, and the person who is running the show is managing the operations. So we are talking there about his full-time commitment, right. Just like a regular business, just like your own business. When we are talking about the other business model, that's a FOCO model, we are talking about very limited, or maybe I would say negligible time commitment, Right. So that was another feature. I mean, probably we can discuss about it more.
Yeah.
That time in FOCO model is actually very negligible.
So viewers, as you can understand that there are two very different and unique models. One model is specifically for those people who have an experience in real estate industry, and the second model, which is named as FOCO model, which is franchise owned, corporate operated, is for those individuals who doesn't have a real estate license. Isn't it amazing? Kamal, this FOCO model is something a very unique concept of the industry.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about this.
This is like model which is, I would say, more of an operational partner model, wherein an entrepreneur who wants to be in the business, he is having a challenge with the time commitment, I would say. Mm-hmm. He is not having enough experience in the industry. Mm-hmm. And maybe there are certain technical aspects where he is not qualifying, in the regular course.
Right.
So we developed this model and we said that fine, if you are not qualifying for these criteria, don't worry, we will cover them for you. And we became their operational partner, and now the same businessman or same entrepreneur who wanted to be a part of the real estate before, he had no choice, he was just watching from a distance, now can be a part of the industry, the growing industry. Herein he becomes more of an investor. We as a franchisor takes the front seat and we take operations in our hand and we run the show, and now his confidence level is high because we are now using the same mechanism, same process that we have been using from last a decade.
So isn't that something interesting? Because I personally feel real estate is a field, especially in Canada, everybody gets fascinated towards it. Everybody wants to come into that field, but because of the requirement, because of the regulations, you have to go and get the license and all that stuff. There are a lot many professionals, there are a lot many entrepreneurs who are busy in their own business, in their own arena. If you are owning a hotel, you might be running an IT company, you might be an IT professional working in a big corporation, or you have any other business operations, but you don't get time to get your real estate license. This is a wonderful opportunity for those individuals to come and enjoy the benefits of the real estate industry.
That's so true.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
It was so surprising, Kamal, when we started talking about this model. People were not even aware about it.
Exactly.
That, you know what? You can actually open up a franchising without having a license.
True. That's true. And it was surprising for many that it is possible, or is it workable? And it is doing wonders, and we are having really amazing success stories. Mm-hmm. And I feel in coming time we will have many more coming up.
So Kamal, our viewer might have a question. Today I'm going to do a lot of grilling to you because you are the one who is handling all these operations on the front end. So I have to be on the side of my viewers.
Sure.
What is the support system which is being provided by SaveMax if, let's say, somebody decide to open up a franchisee on FOCO model? Because it's very, very important. Somebody is trusting on us, putting their money. What is our commitment into that?
I would give a very small example. Putting a coffee mug in your machine and pressing a button. That's so simple. So your coffee is ready. So it is like something wherein you are just giving your investment, you are just putting the capital there. Rest entire thing is run by a system like a coffee machine is.
Right.
That is SaveMax. Now he's not worried. He is just press the button. We are doing everything for him. Wow. So we are taking the front end, we are taking the back end, we are taking the trainings, we are doing the marketing consultancy, we are doing anything and everything that is required to run the successful business model. So he can be rest assured that if he wants to take part, he is more than welcome. Yeah. But he don't have time, and suppose there is any challenges he's facing because of his existing commitment, we don't ask for his time there. We are running the show, we sit at every month, we give him the real numbers, how is it going, how the training is flowing, how the hiring is going, how the administration is done, how the marketing consultancy is done. So he can be rest assured that everything is taken care of here.
Right. And I think creating a successful brand with that many years of experience and putting up all those things together is an extra assurance to those who are joining hands, especially into the FOCO model. Now we talked about training, we talked about mentorship. What do you feel? How important is mentorship and training in the real estate industry? Because you are dealing with a lot of realtors who wants to join this wonderful platform. What is the importance of mentorship and training in real estate?
I would say, with my experience, to be a successful realtor or to be a successful entrepreneur in this industry, you definitely need to have a good mentor. That is one of the reasons of many successful realtors I see here, right? But the sad part is not many of them are ready to share, That is a very big challenge right now. So I strongly believe that the industry need a lot of mentorship. If 80% or 90% of people who join the industry and they are still not making enough money, there is something lacking, right? And we could make out that one thing was mentorship. Right. The second part was very important was training. Definitely mentorship training goes hand in hand. Training is not a training what we are talking about, that open a file, sit in front of that screen and you learn. No, we are not talking about that training. Yeah. We are talking about hands-on training. We are talking about training where your mentor is telling you in the field what has to be done, what need not to be done. You are shadowing your mentor, So those kind of real training we are talking about, which is flowing from the heart,
Right.
And that is what we strongly believe in SaveMax.
So if a realtor joins a franchisee, the training is going to happen in the head office?
Yeah, entire training is taken care by the corporate office. We have 2 or 3 different set of training, I would say, One is classroom training, that is again taken care by the corporate team. Second is the field training. That is where the franchisee or the broker of record, in case of FOCO model, they come and play. They give the real training in the field. Right. So that is the second. And third is sharpening the saw kind of a thing, where we have a regular ongoing training happening done by corporate office just to check where the team is standing. If someone has missed some part of training, again they can be learning on the go.
That's right. Kamal, in any business, the success is always determined by the numbers. Very simple.
Yeah.
If you have good numbers, you are successful. 2 years of this franchisee business. Give me some numbers.
I would say in terms of business, we would have crossed over 2 billion. That is the business we are talking about. If I have to talk about, say, number of franchisees, we have all put together, like which are registered and which is in process of registration, we are almost at 41 right now. Almost we have covered 3 provinces. We are expanding globally now. So I think that speaks, we are going massive now.
That's great, because these numbers are very, very important for all the viewers to get kind of testimony, right? So 2 years, $2 billion sales volume, 41 franchises, strong presence in 3 provinces in the country, and now planning to go internationally. How many countries we have the registered trademark for SaveMax?
Right now, as we speak, we have for 8 countries, okay, and in a process for almost 7 countries more.
Right.
So I would say technically we are looking to go into 15 countries by next year end, or maybe 2 years from here right now.
That's going to be an amazing journey.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Kamal, in business, it's very, very important, especially when you are growing your business, it's always an important aspect, like what is the long-term vision of the leadership? How do we see our people getting success, not only in the local market, but putting up a system for them where they can get support from the other markets. Let's say, I'll share some examples with you. I had few of my team members who had their investor clients sitting in Alberta. It was so easy for them to call the counterparts in Alberta and do the business.
True.
What about it happens on the international level? So what are the next 2 countries where SaveMax is planning to put their footstep?
That's a very good business proposition what we are making, and the 2 countries what we are trying to bridge is India and United States. In fact, just to elaborate this part, we have been doing a lot of international seminars in the benefit of both, because we always design a formula that's win-win. So it is in the favor of the investors as well as in the favor of many realtors, who are promoting a couple of new projects or something, and now they are promoting the domestic market onto an international platform. So I think that's a very good idea, and I think that's going to be an innovation in this business.
Personally, I'm very thrilled for all this new experience, and I'm meeting many entrepreneurs over there and sharing our vision. I'm pretty sure many people who have the same mindset, who have the same thought process as we do, will be very happy to join hands. Kamal, I always think in my mind, what about we create a structure, we create a system where it is so easy for a realtor to come and become a success story. And I feel proud. Yesterday, I was actually looking at the social media where some of our team members, one of the guy, he just joined SaveMax 2.5 months before, 22 transactions. And another 28-year-old guy, Utsu Kohli, he has built up a team of 15 team members, is doing almost 100 transactions. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I mean, I would, as you before mentioned, that number speaks.
That's right.
And number speaks the language of success. These are the examples to second it. These are few, I think, there is a big list of the guys who are doing amazing, and it is in sync with the vision of the company, I would say.
So Kamal, I know it's my podcast, and I know about SaveMax, but I still wanted all the viewers to hear from you, to understand from you. But I'm pretty sure you might have so many questions from me too. You're welcome to ask.
Yeah, I already, I sometimes sit and think that, the way we are going and the way the things are growing, and we are moving to different countries, we are going international. So was that a part of your vision around, say, almost a decade before when you started this company? How we are growing now, the way we are going. So I just want to, get your views on that.
No, absolutely. And I think that's a very smart and intelligent question. Do you want me to tell you the real truth?
Oh yeah, I really want the honest answer like me,
That was not the vision. That was not the thought process. First of all, I was quite young at that time. The second thing was, at that time, ignorance was there. Even opening up the brokerage was a kind of decision which I just made. You won't believe, I had only 2.5 year experience in the real estate industry when I thought of opening up the brokerage, and almost 3 years of the experience, and there comes the SaveMax. I got too many calls from my friends who was in the real estate industry, from my friends who were not in the industry. They called me crazy. They told me that, okay, once your line of credit is going to be over, you're going to close your shop. And even you won't believe, I got a call from my previous broker of record, and he said, when are you closing your shop? Those things gave me a reason to put more efforts. But if I talk about the vision, if I talk about the success, I never imagined that we're going to reach onto this level. But you know what? One good thing which we did, we keep expanding, broadening our vision as we were achieving the milestones. And the second most important thing, what I feel myself blessed to have wonderful people in my surrounding, to have an amazing team with whom I work, because alone Raman couldn't have done it. So this whole credit I think goes to the team to bring the vision onto this level. And now I can say yes, vision is really to go into many countries all across the world. In next 5 years, we want to have 1,000 millionaires in our system. And especially I want to touch on the game changer model as well, because that is what I personally believe, that we have to create a system for people where they can have a peace of mind. Even if you get retired, even if unfortunately somebody, life and death is the reality of life. So we have created the power of game changer model where it's a lot of passive income and it's a system which is working at your back.
That's amazing.
So now vision is getting broader. I'm pretty sure now you get an idea. In 2010, this was not the vision where we reached. But now the vision is very clear. Now the destination is very clear in front of us, that we want to take this company onto the international platform and want to make sure not many people get an opportunity to take advantage of this system and become successful. Of course, I want to create 1,000 millionaires by 2025. Yeah. That is what the dream.
I know, I heard about that, and really, we want to put our name there too.
Absolutely.
That's the
So, Kamal, viewers, let's say if they get excited enough and they want to become part of this wonderful system, right? I feel happy when I say it wonderful. Like many times people might think, I'm trying to exaggerate the thing which we built, but you know what? Yes, we should exaggerate. So, how to get the information and to who to contact if somebody wants to get more information about our franchise system?
Oh, definitely. I would say I am available 24/7.
Okay.
And they can get in touch with me anytime. My number to reach is 416-333-8747. And they can call me, message me anytime, and I would be more than happy to assist, more than happy to share all the information and show them that what we can do for them. So they can get in touch with me anytime.
That's great. So friends, if you want to know more about this unique franchise model where you can own a franchise without having a real estate license, or if you are a realtor who has been in the business for last couple of years but are seeking a further progress in your career and you couldn't find anything, please make sure to get in touch with this ever smiling personality. So Kamal, would you like to share your phone number one more time?
Yeah, sure. My number to reach is 416-333-8747. And I'm available, as I said, 24/7.
That's great. That's great. So guys, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and my marketing team told me, please don't forget to tell people to press on that little bell icon so that you get notified about our next podcast. Thank you very much for joining for today's wonderful session, Kamal. Thank you very much. It was a good refresher for me to know all these information, numbers, and sometimes I really enjoy those moments when people take me back onto that particular moments when we were sitting in the basement and launching SaveMax. Those are like really wonderful memories to cherish.
That's a nostalgic feeling. Yeah.
That's great.
But I would say it is a great vision, a part of vision where the company is today, and all credit goes to you. Of course, it's a team effort, no doubt, but even for the team, people need a leader, a person to show them vision, So I strongly believe that you have done that amazingly, and I think there is a much more which to come.
Kamal, I still couldn't find out why I keep getting this credit, but it's okay. So friends, one more time, please don't forget to press the bell icon and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much and have an amazing day.